As we embark on this journey of spiritual transformation, we find ourselves at the threshold of profound changes. These changes are not merely superficial, but touch the very core of our being. The essence of spiritual growth lies in its ability to reshape our perceptions, our understanding, and our lives in ways we might never have imagined. Today, we delve into the first aspect of this transformation, the awakening of consciousness. When we speak of consciousness, we are referring to a state of awareness that transcends the ordinary. It is about becoming more attuned to the subtleties of existence, recognizing the interconnectedness of all life, and understanding our place within the larger cosmos. This awakening often begins with a subtle shift, a feeling that there is more to life than what meets the eye. It might be triggered by a personal crisis, a profound experience, or even a simple moment of clarity. As we become more aware, we start to question the beliefs and assumptions that have shaped our lives. We begin to see through the illusions of the ego, which thrives on separation and fear. Instead, we start to recognize the underlying unity that connects us all. This realization is both humbling and empowering. It reminds us that we are not isolated beings, but part of a vast, interconnected web of life. At this stage, it is essential to cultivate practices that support this awakening. Meditation, mindfulness, and contemplation are powerful tools that help us quiet the mind and tune into our inner wisdom. These practices enable us to observe our thoughts and emotions without getting entangled in them. They create a space where we can connect with our true essence, the part of us that is beyond the ego and its constant chatter. But awakening is not just about inner work. It also involves a shift in how we relate to the world around us. As our consciousness expands, we become more compassionate and empathetic. We start to see others not as separate entities, but as reflections of ourselves. This shift in perception transforms our relationships, fostering deeper connections and greater understanding. In this process, it is crucial to be patient and gentle with ourselves. Awakening is not a linear path, but a spiraling journey that involves moments of clarity as well as periods of confusion. It is normal to experience resistance and doubt. These are signs that we are pushing the boundaries of our comfort zone and moving into new territory.
Click subscribe to this channel to get more profound spiritual lesson.
One of the challenges of this stage is dealing with the ego's resistance. The ego fears change because it threatens its sense of control. It might try to sabotage our efforts by creating distractions, doubts, and fears. Recognizing these tactics is the first step in overcoming them. Remember, the ego's power lies in its ability to create illusions. By staying rooted in our inner truth and maintaining a regular spiritual practice, we can navigate these challenges with grace. As we deepen our awareness, we also become more attuned to the subtle energies that permeate our existence. We start to notice synchronicities, those meaningful coincidences that guide us on our path. These are signs that we are aligned with the flow of life. Paying attention to these signs and trusting our intuition can lead us to new insights and opportunities. This stage of awakening is about opening ourselves to the infinite possibilities that life offers. It is about embracing the unknown and trusting that we are being guided towards our highest good. It requires courage and faith, but the rewards are immense. As our consciousness expands, we experience a profound sense of freedom and inner peace. We realize that we are not limited by our past or our circumstances, but are free to create our reality in alignment with our highest vision. Now, I invite you to reflect on your own journey. How has your awareness expanded over time? What practices have helped you connect with your inner wisdom? As you ponder these questions, remember that each step you take towards greater awareness brings you closer to the truth of who you are. Embracing transformation, navigating the path of inner change. As we continue our exploration of massive spiritual changes, we now turn our attention to the process of inner transformation. This phase is characterized by deep, often challenging shifts within ourselves. These shifts are essential for our growth as they enable us to release old patterns and embrace new ways of being. The journey of transformation is both profound and practical, requiring us to integrate our spiritual insights into our daily lives. Transformation begins with a willingness to let go of what no longer serves us. This can be one of the most difficult aspects of spiritual growth, as it often involves facing parts of ourselves that we have ignored or suppressed. These might be outdated beliefs, unresolved emotions, or ingrained habits. The process of letting go is akin to shedding old skin. It is necessary for our renewal and expansion. During this time, we may experience a sense of loss or discomfort. It is similar to the feeling of being in a cocoon, where the old form dissolves to make way for a new one. This phase requires patience and trust. Trust that what we are releasing is making space for something greater to emerge. Trust that the discomfort is temporary and is guiding us towards a higher state of being. Inner transformation also involves a re-evaluation of our values and priorities. As our consciousness expands, we begin to see life through a different lens. What once seemed important may no longer hold the same significance. We start to prioritize what truly matters: love, connection, authenticity, and purpose. This shift can lead to significant changes in our relationships, careers, and lifestyles. It is a natural part of aligning with our true self. One practical approach to navigating this phase is through self-reflection and journaling. Writing down our thoughts and feelings can help us make sense of the changes we are experiencing. It allows us to track our progress and gain clarity on what we need to release and what we want to cultivate. Regular reflection helps us stay connected to our inner guidance and supports our transformation. Another important aspect is self-care. Transformation can be energetically taxing, and it is vital to nurture our body, mind, and spirit. This might involve practices such as regular exercise, healthy eating, sufficient rest, and engaging in activities that bring joy and relaxation. Self-care is not a luxury but a necessity, as it sustains us through the rigors of inner change. During this phase, we might also encounter what is often referred to as the dark night of the soul. This is a period of profound inner struggle where we face our deepest fears and doubts. It is a time of intense purification where we confront the shadows within us. While this experience can be unsettling, it is also incredibly transformative. It strips away illusions and brings us face to face with our true self. In these moments of darkness, it is essential to remember that we are not alone. Seeking support from trusted friends, mentors, or spiritual communities can provide much-needed encouragement and perspective. Sharing our experiences with others who understand can alleviate feelings of isolation and help us navigate through the darkness. As we move through this phase, we also begin to cultivate new qualities and strengths. We develop resilience, compassion, and a deeper sense of empathy. We learn to trust the process of life, even when it is uncertain. These qualities become the foundation upon which we build our new self. They empower us to live more authentically and to serve others from a place of wholeness. The culmination of inner transformation is a sense of rebirth. We emerge from the cocoon transformed, with a renewed sense of purpose and direction. This rebirth is not just a metaphor, but a lived experience of becoming more aligned with our true essence. It marks the beginning of a new chapter in our spiritual journey, one that is characterized by greater clarity, joy, and fulfillment. As you reflect on your own path of transformation, consider the changes you have already undergone. What have you released, and what new qualities have you cultivated? How have these changes impacted your life and relationships? Remember that each step of this journey is a testament to your courage and commitment to growth. Integrating the wisdom, harmonizing mind, body, and spirit. As we advance further along the path of spiritual transformation, the next crucial phase involves integration. Integration is the process of harmonizing the wisdom we have gained with our everyday lives. It is about bringing the insights of our spiritual awakening and inner transformation into tangible, practical expressions. This stage requires us to weave together the threads of mind, body, and spirit into a cohesive whole, allowing us to live more authentically and purposefully. One of the first steps in this integration process is to develop a deeper connection with our body. Our body is not just a vessel for the mind, but a sacred temple that holds the wisdom of our experiences. By cultivating practices that enhance bodily awareness, such as yoga, tai chi, or mindful movement, we can better tune into the messages our body communicates. These practices help to ground our spiritual insights, making them more accessible and applicable in our daily lives. Listening to our body also means honoring its needs and rhythms. This involves paying attention to what nourishes us, both physically and energetically. Eating wholesome, nourishing foods, getting adequate rest, and engaging in regular physical activity are fundamental aspects of self-care that support our overall well-being. When we take care of our body, we create a stable foundation for our spiritual practices and insights to flourish. Equally important is the integration of our mental and emotional experiences. Our mind is a powerful tool that can either support or hinder our spiritual growth. To harmonize our mind with our spiritual wisdom, we need to cultivate practices that foster mental clarity and emotional balance. Meditation and mindfulness are particularly effective in this regard. These practices help to quiet the incessant chatter of the mind, allowing us to access a deeper state of awareness. Emotional integration involves acknowledging and processing our feelings without judgment. Emotions are natural responses to our experiences and carry valuable information about our inner state. By allowing ourselves to fully experience and release our emotions, we prevent them from becoming stagnant or suppressed. Techniques such as journaling, breathwork, or talking with a trusted friend or therapist can facilitate this emotional processing. Another key aspect of integration is aligning our actions with our spiritual values. This means living in a way that reflects the principles and insights we have gained on our spiritual journey. It involves making conscious choices that are in harmony with our highest self. For instance, if we value compassion and kindness, we strive to embody these qualities in our interactions with others. If we value authenticity, we practice being true to ourselves in all situations. Aligning our actions with our spiritual values also extends to our professional and social lives. It might involve reassessing our career choices, ensuring they align with our sense of purpose and fulfillment. It could mean engaging in community service or activism that resonates with our values. Living our values in all areas of life creates a sense of coherence and integrity, which is essential for our overall spiritual well-being. One practical approach to integrating our spiritual insights is through the practice of setting intentions. Intentions are conscious statements of our goals and desires, grounded in our higher self. By regularly setting and reflecting on our intentions, we create a clear direction for our actions and align them with our spiritual values. This practice helps to keep us focused and motivated, especially during challenging times. As we integrate our spiritual wisdom, we also become more attuned to the present moment. Living in the present allows us to fully experience and appreciate the richness of life. It helps us to let go of regrets about the past and anxieties about the future, bringing a sense of peace and contentment. Mindfulness practices, such as paying attention to our breath or engaging in mindful activities, can enhance our ability to stay present. Integration is an ongoing process that requires continuous self-awareness and adjustment. It is not about achieving a perfect state, but about striving for balance and harmony in our lives. It involves being flexible and open to change, recognizing that our needs and circumstances may evolve over time. Reflect on how you are currently integrating your spiritual insights into your everyday life. What practices support this integration? How do you ensure that your actions align with your values? As you consider these questions, remember that each step towards greater integration brings you closer to living a life that is true to your highest self. The blossoming of the soul, living with purpose and grace. As we reach the culmination of our spiritual journey, we come to the stage where the fruits of our labor begin to manifest, the blossoming of the soul. This phase is characterized by a profound sense of purpose and grace that permeates every aspect of our lives. It is the result of the deep inner work we have done, the integration of our spiritual insights, and the alignment of our actions with our highest values. In this final part, we explore how to live fully from this place of spiritual maturity. Living with purpose means understanding and embracing the unique role we are meant to play in the world. It is about recognizing our gifts and talents and using them in service of something greater than ourselves. This sense of purpose provides a clear direction and infuses our life with meaning. It is not just about what we do, but how we do it, with intention, love, and dedication. To live with purpose, it is essential to stay connected to our inner guidance. This involves regularly tuning into our intuition and listening to the quiet voice of our soul. Practices such as meditation, prayer, or simply spending time in nature can help us maintain this connection. By making space for stillness, we allow the wisdom of our higher self to emerge and guide our actions. Another key aspect of living with purpose is embracing our authenticity. This means being true to who we are, honoring our values, and expressing our truth in all areas of life. When we live authentically, we no longer feel the need to conform to external expectations or societal norms. Instead, we are guided by our inner compass, making choices that align with our true self. Authenticity brings a sense of freedom and fulfillment as we live in harmony with our deepest desires and aspirations. Grace is the quality that arises when we live in alignment with our soul's purpose. It is a state of effortless flow where our actions are guided by love and wisdom. Grace allows us to navigate life's challenges with ease and resilience. It is the gentle strength that comes from knowing we are supported by a higher power and that everything unfolds in divine timing. To cultivate grace, it is important to practice gratitude. Gratitude shifts our focus from what is lacking to what is abundant in our lives. It opens our hearts and allows us to appreciate the beauty and blessings that surround us. By regularly expressing gratitude, we attract more positive experiences and create a ripple effect of joy and love. Gratitude also helps us stay grounded and centered, especially during difficult times. Living with grace also involves cultivating compassion, both for ourselves and others. Compassion is the recognition of our shared humanity and the understanding that we all face struggles and challenges. When we approach ourselves with kindness and understanding, we create a nurturing environment for growth and healing. Extending this compassion to others fosters deeper connections and creates a more harmonious world. As we embody purpose and grace, our presence becomes a source of inspiration and upliftment for those around us. We become beacons of light, radiating love and positivity. Our actions, guided by higher consciousness, have a ripple effect, influencing and uplifting the collective consciousness. This is the true essence of spiritual maturity, using our growth and wisdom to serve and uplift others. In this phase, it is also important to remain open to continuous learning and growth. Spiritual evolution is an ongoing journey, and there is always more to discover and explore. By staying curious and open-minded, we allow ourselves to keep expanding and deepening our understanding. This openness keeps us humble and receptive to the infinite possibilities that life offers. As we reflect on the journey of spiritual transformation, let us acknowledge the courage and dedication it has required. Each step, each challenge, and each insight has brought us closer to our true self. Let us celebrate the blossoming of our soul and commit to living with purpose and grace, knowing that we are part of something much greater than ourselves. How will you continue to nurture your soul's blossoming? What practices will support you in living with purpose and grace? As you ponder these questions, remember that you are a unique expression of the divine, and your journey is a gift to the world. Embrace it fully and let your light shine brightly.